Public Service Pensions Fund, reaching you in all 10 provinces of Zambia. PSPF, keeping the pension promise.
The happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
And now, with the main news bulletin, this is Grace Msimuko.
Good afternoon. This is 5FM Main News. The headlines. The ATI coalition calls for inclusivity in the bill. LCC concerned with the death of a 13-year-old girl due to dog bite. Israel reopens roads for Gazans to move south. This bulletin is also streaming live on our Facebook page and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. The details. The Access to Information ATI Coalition has acknowledged the announcement by government on the 8th of November 2023 through Information and Media Minister Cornelius Mwitwa that it has taken the ATI bill to Parliament for consideration, debate and enactment into law. In a statement, Coalition Chairperson Alex Muyebe says whilst this development has been long awaited, the coalition believes that the most important thing is not just to have an access to information law in Zambia, but to have an access to information law whose content reflects the will and aspirations of the Zambian people. Father Muyebe says the Zambian people would like to have a law that meets the entire global and regional framework on the right to access to information. He says the coalition would in particular want to see the access to information law to embrace principles of maximum disclosure, limited scope of exceptions, and public interest, to mention but a few. Father Muyebe says the intended purpose of an access to information law is to allow members of the public to access public documents that affect them and the nation at large. The Lusaka City Council, LCC, has noted with concern the death of a 13-year-old girl who was mauled by 10 dogs at a named poultry farm in Lusaka. The local authority is yet to establish whether the dogs involved in the matter are registered and vaccinated. Confirming the development, Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the recklessness and negligence of dog owners in the city will not be condoned by the local authority because it is against the Control of Dogs Act Cap 247 of the laws of Zambia, indicates that not more than 2 dogs are permitted per household. Ms. Mwamba says the dog owners must ensure that they register their dogs and have them vaccinated as prescribed by law. Meanwhile, Ms. Mwamba says those who would like to breed their dogs are encouraged to apply to the local authority so that they are issued with a certificate as authorized breeders. She says any resident, regardless of their nationality, who will be found wanting of illegal breeding of dogs without authority from the council will face the wrath of the law. The Livingston Regional Immigration Office has secured the conviction of a 30-year-old Burundian businessman, Gregor Arakoze, for unlawful stay and engaging in employment without a permit, contrary to the Immigration and Deportation Act number 18 of 2010 of the laws of Zambia. Confirming the development, Immigration Department Public Relations Officer Namata Nshinka says the Livingston Regional Immigration Office arrested Gregor Erakoze on 18th October 2023 when he was found operating a grocery shop at Livingston's Highlands Market without having a permit to do so. Mr. Nshinka says on 7th November 2023, the Livingston Magistrate Court convicted and sentenced him to pay a fine of 15,000 or, in default, 9 months simple imprisonment. He further said that the Kafue Immigration Office on the 3rd of November 2023 secured the conviction of Tiori Chisomo, a 42-year-old Malawian national, for illegal entry and unlawful stay. Meanwhile, Mr. Shinka says the Department of Immigration on 7th November 2023 removed 71 Ethiopian nationals from the country. He says the group was removed through the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport aboard an Ethiopian Airlines flight after paying court fines in Muchinga for the offense of illegal entry into Zambia. Government has handed over 2 ambulances to Nsama and Mpulungu districts in order to improve health services in the districts. Speaking during the handover ceremony this morning, Health Minister Sylvia Masebo says the 2 ambulances are part of the package from the Tanganyika project under the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment. Ms. Masebo says Zambia is implementing health under the One Health policy, where different ministries collaborate with her ministry by implementing some programs that are aimed at fighting diseases such as the current anthrax outbreak. She says government is doing everything to improve outcomes of patients across the country. Ms. Masebo adds ambulances are an important aspect of providing treatment, and the country needs over 1,000, but only has about 260 that are currently operational.
In this Tanganyika project, there were various components, one to do with the environment, but there was also a component under the health. And under the health sector, it was basically to improve health service delivery in the 2 districts. And you will find that in that package, they offered the ambulances, including water ambulances, 2 boats, and then they also constructed a modern facility which you normally call as mini hospital.
In other news trending this afternoon, Patriotic Front Information and Publicity Chairperson Emmanuel Mwamba has raised concerns about the effectiveness of the UPND administration's policies in alleviating poverty in the country. Petauke Central Member of Parliament Emmanuel Banda has cried foul over the 30-day suspension from Parliament slapped on him and other members of Parliament by Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti. Up next, business news.
From Radio Business News, we mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Rural Electrification Authority, REA, has handed over Mitete District and Maheba Refugee Camp grid extension projects in Mitete District of Western Province and Kalumbila Districts of Northwestern Province, respectively. REA Corporate Affairs Manager Justin Mukosa has disclosed to 5FM News that the works have since been handed over to contractors to commence project implementation, which is part of the 2023 work plan. Mr. Mukosa says the Mtete Grid extension project is divided into 2 phases and that under phase 1, the project shall involve construction of 31.6 kilometers of 33 kV power lines from 132/33/11 kV Lukulu substation. Mr. Mukosa says this shall provide a backbone line from which phase 2 will connect. He disclosed that phase 1 will be implemented at a total cost of 18.6 million kwacha and will be implemented by Mass Global Investments Limited. Meanwhile, Mr. Mukosa has revealed that the Maheba Refugee Camp project is being implemented in partnership with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR. Mr. Mukosa said the project will be implemented by KLG Construction Zambia Limited at a total cost of 1,963,731 kwacha. He said the project is expected to be completed by end of July 2024. In foreign news, the Israeli military says it has today reopened an evacuation corridor to allow civilians in northern Gaza, where much war is taking place, to move south. The Israel Defense Forces, which has been telling Gazans to do this for weeks, says this will be the 5th consecutive day the Sal al-Din corridor is open. Avechi Adre, the military's spokesperson for Arab media, said on X that movement through the main road running the length of Gaza would be permitted between 10 hours local time, that's 8 hours GMT, and 16 hours, that's an hour longer than yesterday. In sports news, Green Buffaloes Women Football Club beat Nkwazi 3-0 to go above Red Arrows in the 2023-2024 FARS Women's Super League rescheduled match played at National Stadium in Lusaka. Striker Mailan Mulenga scored a goal in both halves, with Salome Piri scoring the second goal for Buffaloes, who recorded their fifth straight win, scoring 19 goals and conceding none in 5 matches. Arrows surrendered top spot at Sunset Stadium when Zanaco Ladies FC returned to winning ways, with a resounding 3-0 win over the Air Ladies in chilly weather conditions. That sporting item brings us to the end of the news. Before we go, a recap of the top stories. The Lusaka City Council concerned with the death of a 13-year-old girl due to dog bites. The Access to Information Bill ATI Coalition calls for inclusivity in the bill. Israel reopens road for Gazans to move south. For these and more stories, you can follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM Radio. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Grace Msimuko. Do have a pleasant afternoon.
This news bulletin is sponsored by the Public